And there were people that said the S&P wasn't even going to make $60 again for a decade. That's why in the GFC, everyone said expect a decade of low returns. And I saw countless models. People said, well, inflation's going to be weak and GDP, and so it'll take forever to get to $60 in earnings again. Well, the S&P 3 years later had $90 in earnings. And, and now earnings are expected to be $280. Okay. So we've gone from $60 to $280 in 14 years. Why do people suddenly think earnings are going to peak at 280? I mean, S&P earnings, is going to be over $1,000 per share in the near future. And I know it sounds incredible, but one of the things driving this, and we've written about it for our clients since 2018, is that the world is running out of prime age workers. So we have population growth, but it's growing faster than the number of people that actually can work. That difference in population means instead of paying wages, you have to pay a company to produce a machine for output. Okay, so that money is recycled into the S&P. By the end of this decade, it's almost $4 trillion a year in wages that are no longer paid to people but to another company. If it's AI related, that could mean NVIDIA's revenue could be $1 trillion by the end of the decade. And NVIDIA's revenues are 100 billion right now. So NVIDIA itself could be at 10x. I mean, I think people are unimaginative when they don't realize they're not looking back far enough. In 2008, people didn't think S&P earnings would get back to $60 for a decade. So that's 2018. They didn't think we'd be back at $60.